All right. Welcome to the end of FanFest, thank God. Jesus. Well, let's ignore Hilmar's obsession with NFTs and how it's totally, we're not going to bring it to EVE Online. A third party will. We're doing Carbon and Quasar. Oh, it's totally different. This is us. This is our identity. Let's ignore that because it's all window dressing to their bullshit obsession with first person shooters. It's good to stick to something you're good at. not repeat the mistakes of the past. Yeah, they don't learn. Yeah, absolutely not. So Capsuleers. Yeah. Dear players, dear customers. So it's all wrapped up. Blah, 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 blah. Interesting stuff about corporations and this shipcaster thing that you have 4 access points to, and then you can travel to either, assuming if you align with the angels or the Garistas, you will be sent to a different zone depending on what alignment you pick, and it'll send you to, oh, I don't even know how it works, but yeah, you'll get sent to a faction warfare space area, and you're supposed to, well, disrupt. Hopefully it's not a balance issue or a frustration point. Hopefully it doesn't make it overly complicated. Hopefully it enlivens faction warfare. I think faction warfare is a good thing to focus on. Yeah, it's kind of neat. It's small scale stuff, and it's kind of neat. Hopefully it works out for the best. Okay, so let's scroll on to. Was that the girl who was like pantomiming on stage? It was so hilarious. They've got this like stage persona of that. They've got a like. It's almost like puppetry. It's like I have to I have to speak to a crowd. I'm not like on a big screen, so it's like she's talking to an audience, but she doesn't realize like they've got a close up of her on the screen, so she doesn't have to overly, use body language for drama, just to get the point across to an audience. They've got a close up in you. You don't have to be so. Yeah, it's a small detail, but it's like I got nothing to attach it to CCP's larger behavior. Whatever. Okay, so this right here. Do you know how confusing this is going to be when people are going to be searching for information online about how to deal with the how do we destroy the pirates for an operating base? Oh Jesus! So you've got the Garistas low sec operating bases, right? And you've got the high sec Garistas operating bases. Uh, Nothing that they search for is going to help them at all because it's all about pirate strongholds, right? I think this was a deliberate choice. I think this was a deliberate choice to. They virulently hate anything player made that documents things. They've just got this absolute loathing, visceral loathing of it. They just hate documented anything. I think the one time I was really hammering CCP about that Within the month, they made this mobile observatory that was easily explained, and they explained it easily, and it was an easy mechanic, and it was simple, and it was just mind-numbingly stupidly simple, and they totally revealed that and documented it perfectly, and you're like, wow, that was a real kick in the nads, wasn't it? It's just like, yeah, I think you just cut off your nose to spite your own face, CCP. It's like that was the exception that proves the rule. They just hate everything to do with documentation, and this will muddy the waters. That'll make Kilmar happy. I don't know what his obsession with that is, but yeah, forward operating base. They could have picked. There's forward operating site. There's they could have picked see it just yeah, they really should have said, called it a different thing, like forward operating site, or they could have easily if you look up forward operating base on the wiki, and that's what I did. I mean, on Google, it'll show you the U.S. military's designations for different base camps they have, and it's not a monolithic. Everything is called forward operating base. No, this is just different classification of a certain type of camp for the military bases they have out there. You know, geez, what did the Vietnam era call it? I'm pretty sure it was forward operating base back then. But whatever, there's tons of ways they could rename this. Except, yeah, they're gonna like, you go Eve Online forward operating base. Good luck. Yeah, it screws everything up. There's no like, I could consistently call them pirate strongholds from now on. In order to, we're gonna have to, in order to, unmuddy the waters and keep people from being totally confused about what video they're watching. Yeah, crazy. Anyway, so that's I I, I have no idea um, about how it's going to work. I'm sorry, this is not the video for you. How that exactly is going to work. The FanFest might, like, you could just try to watch it. Hopefully, you'll get a little bit of understanding of how it's working. But I mean, I think playing it will be more self-explanatory once you get into it. The new ships are interesting. They're interesting, but the thing is, it's like, how many more? It's nice they're filling out the Angel Cartel and Garista's ship tree. That's good. On the other hand, it's like, do we really need an extra PvP platform in the game? Um, Compared to the absolute need for more non-combat ships. Industrial, different, like, the whole, like, why do we have a mid-matter ammo carrying ship? It's just beyond me. They were like, oh, let's do something with the ship. We need to, yeah, yeah, but different size. A midpoint between a freighter and like an orca, but instead of a um, like a bowhead, but instead of ship maintenance, it's a really really large fleet hangar, or something that you can carry a lot around, but it's not going to be something. If you max out its cargo hold slots, you could get up to like 500,000 cubic meters worth of fleet hangar. Um, that would be cool. Um, if you really maxed out, you know, the rigs and cargo slots. That would be interesting. And it would still be more nimble than a freighter, or probably, you know, half, um, twice as fast or twice as nimble as a freighter, right? And a more combat-oriented porpoise for low sec or null sec, you know, for um, or even like, you know, reworking it so that nullify warp bubble nullifiers could be placed on expedition frigates, and the combat porpoise, and something different type of hauler, right? Um, yeah. Okay. Uh, yeah. So it's great that they're getting uh, the battle cruisers. Alligator cute. Um, yeah, that is really cool. I wonder if it's, you can look at it. I don't think I can. I'm pretty sure I could look at it in game. So we've got the Mamba, right? Do we have the alligator? No, not yet. So it's just we're seeing the Mecha Mamba. Okay, cool. Yeah, these are sexed up Thrasher and or I think this one is, and yeah, this one's a sexed up Thrasher, and this is just a sexed up. Uh, what the hell's the? Anyways, it's a sexed up Tech 1 version of it. So, you know, cool. Nothing, nothing interesting, but at least it's filling, flashing out the Gristas and Angel Cartel's ship trees, which is a good way to go about adding ships if you're going to add PvP platforms. So there you go. Kudos to them. Um, so yeah, the corp projects. They had manual payouts for corporation projects. That was dumb. All right. So the corporation project manager, great. Another role. A clone repeat. Okay, great. Okay, that would be great. But it would be also great if you could share that. You know, yeah, looking at this, you're going, wait, there's no. You had to create it from scratch each time. Wow, that's dumb. I haven't looked into the corporate projects yet. Maybe I should just wait, right? Finally, 7 new contribution types are being added. Yeah, I saw briefly that in FanFest. Remote repairs, kill capsuleer, scan signature, and more. Combined, they'll provide blah blah blah. Big improvements as well. Enhance user and making make more recessive. What? And there, enhance user interface. Wow, I. Jesus. Okay. Okay. Wow, I remember Air Opportunities. It was the most brainless, randomized crap you've ever seen. Fuck. Yeah, that's what we got now. Okay, gradually introduced to random crap, as well as activities designed to get them back into space more quickly. What the hell does that mean? New pilots will also be able to pause or quit rejoin the MP through the Air Opportunities feature. Uh-huh. Oh boy. Still in early development. Lol. Yeah, of course. Just like Dust was. Right, right, right. You'll be impact the EVE Online directly through frontline corruption. Now, for those who weren't on this crazy train before, um, this was the same kind of spiel we were getting about Dust. How it would, that boots on the ground on planetary interaction stuff. It would alter planetary interactions, and you'd be able to do orbital bombardment and call down fire from actual Eve players. Blah 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 blah. Yeah, it's just just stick with what you know, guys. Jesus, and keep throwing good money after bad, because that's just you guys. So congratulations, you're spending the money we give you. Excellent. Pouring it back into Eve. All right. Right. They've been talking about carbon for years now. It's nothing new. They just wanted to. I think their talking points. I think NFT talking points across the world are like, focus on two core technologies you have, and then introduce NFTs as oh, it's third party. We're carbon and quasar, not this. This is not us. But yeah, here it is, guys. But remember, we said it wouldn't be part of carbon or quasar. No, you didn't. But that, yeah, it's typical NFT talking points. They just sorry guys, you're nothing special. You're just getting treated to the usual. Well, what a like, who freaking cares? It's like if some idiot wants to spend, Jesus, just the lack of morals when it comes down to that. But whatever. Um, yeah, don't expect this to ever happen on a large scale. Okay, just drive that out of your head right now. It's not going to happen ever. Um, yeah, the data, the data stuff is, you're never going to get an ability to look at the construction of, say, catalysts from day one. Uh, the price of catalysts from day one compared to the production and destruction from day one. You're never going to be able to plug in. Okay, what are catalyst sales? Are catalyst sales um, popular um, at non hub stations, right? What can it, like, I'm thinking industrial, right? What's usually the best ship to build for level 1, level 2, level 3 players? What kind of what kind of input to industrial is, I guess, the most popular. I probably using the wrong word there, but you know, is it looting ships? Is it salvaging? Does salvaging help at all in that whole thing? I mean, how much rigs go into that? Is salvaging certain things useful to that kind of endeavor? How about what kind of inputs to industry mostly come from where? Like, if you're building, is like, what's the best? Do I mine or do I run missions, or what do I buy it directly? Right? Anyways, yeah, I mean, that would be cool. But it's never going to happen. They're never going to give us tools to do that. And yeah, good luck. Yeah, it's too bad. That would be cool if they were like, we're going to give you an insight. You could go back further than just 365 days. That would be cool. The reason they're not doing that, remember when I was talking to you about the wording they used on forwarding operating bases and how it's going to muddy the waters to find documentation on this? Yeah, they've never been interested, and they're like, you can't have our Lucky Charms. Basically, that's basically it. That's basically all it boils down to. Just this obsession with, they can't have my Lucky Charms. That's it. They know what's best for Eve, and we don't. That's, yeah. Sorry, I'm just... Yay, cosplayers. Great. Cosplayers that look like January 6th insurrectionists. Mutiny. Oh boy. Oh. Interesting. Germany. Yeah. Yeah, let's rub shoulders with Sony Entertainment. Chirp, chirp, ribbit, ribbit. Cricket, cricket. Activision, Namco, Bethesda, Blizzard, Capcom. Yeah, just go away, CCP. Just don't even think about it. I mean, which... like, look at it. Yeah. Yeah, to keep your delusions, just don't get delusional, CCP, please. Very big plans. I'm sure you do. Cute. Yeah, this was the woman who was gesturing on stage. Pantomime, yay. Right? I mean, just think about the presentation we just had. of FanFest, and just think about the scale of it when compared to a games convention. Just think about that. Oh, they have a stage with projectors. Yeah, they're yeah. Just I mean, just take yourself and be objective about it, and just look at it, and yeah. God, army of player volunteers who gave their time to help too. I really hope you guys didn't go to FanFest just to volunteer. I really hope you guys, Jesus, you went to frickin' Iceland to volunteer. God, how soul sucking. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, but then people play Eve and are on rookie help and volunteering their time. You know, I got a friend or two doing that a lot. It's awesome stuff they do. Anyways, that's, you know, I mean, I opened this in hopes of learning more about uh, which how they're going to make stronger organizations and more explanation about the pirate stuff. But it looks like it was just so superficial that I didn't learn anything at all about it, unfortunately. Yeah, I, which is on par with what CCP is. For those new to the game, this is how it is. I mean, this is not something new. They just reinvented the wheel at FanFest. Um, the good things about FanFest were the ships and that new pirate forward operating base stuff, and seven new and more fleshed out uh, corporation projects was is insanely scary to me just looking at it, because it's like, yeah, let's look at it. I mean, let's take a deep dive and just look at it. I mean, I've never actually interacted with it yet. We used to have contracts. Our contract system, which was a lot cooler back in the day. We had a lot more control over contracts, corporate contracts. Like, it was, they had really cool stuff, and they just ripped it to shreds for no explained reason other than you weren't using them. But it's like, what are you talking about? You just introduced them a few years ago. They were nice. They were cool. We could, and it was amazing how much text you could put into these things. Like back in the day, your biography when we first started the game, you could write a mini book, a mini story about your character in the biographies, and he just ripped it out. They ripped out so much good stuff in this game. Yeah, their obsession with ripping out code is, well, it's not a meme yet, but it's memeable. Uh, they are 100%. If they want to fix something, how can we use this as an excuse to rip out code? It's just, they're obsessed with it, and the good developers in Eve who've hopefully long gone were wise enough to, this game improves by fluke more than design, and the good ones will make code that is difficult to rip out, and that improves the game, and that's what makes Eve. Uh, Good intentioned developers who know the corporate mindset at CCP is, we were going to rip out code. It makes it better. So, yeah. Let's go check out this. first of all, how do you access the projects? Do we have to go into the corporate interface, or is it they gave us a new one? Are we going to be able to see corporate? Okay, projects, cool. Okay. So I'm going to be able to make a project that I can classify as one of these. How many jumps away? 2 jumps. I can look 2 jumps. Okay. Filter. Filters. Can I go in system? Okay, one. All right. Sorry, I got distracted. So show corporate projects. You do have to. Oh Jesus. Okay, so if I want to see, okay, there's no direct window for it. Okay, well, all right, fair enough. It's where I thought it would be. I'm sorry. Does this look messy to you? It sure looks messy to me. I mean, it looks really messy. Like, why the massive box? Like, why the massive, like, hear me out. Why doesn't it scale better? Why isn't it scaling better? Right? I mean, if I do it all the way here, shouldn't it go, oh, we're going to make it into a list view? Or, like, here's, like, why? I mean, it's almost begs the question, why don't you have a larger icon for, like, the Baristas Hideaway or Bar or different, you know? I mean, why isn't the icon showing you the difference between a Burrow and a Hideaway? Right? I mean, you've got the space for it. Freaking use it. Wait, did I just click something that made it not viewable ever again? I did, didn't I? What? What is this? Track? Okay. What does that even mean? Okay, whatever. I just what? So confused. Like, what does track mean? Click that. UCF. What the hell is UCF? Like, why can't we go, oh, what's UCF, and click and find out an explanation of that? Okay, just, alright. Active project, wow. Just, wow, really? So we've gone from, you can't resize it. Did they change the size of this? My brain's telling me they've rescaled the size of this thing. Is it just me? I don't think so. No, they didn't. Okay, so agents, agency, home front operations. Okay. I can't resize. That's so funny. Oh, sorry. It's just I haven't played the game for a while. You just get reminded how stupid CCP is. All right, so we have this window. We have this window that we can resize, which is amazing. You just assume you can, right? So, okay, opportunities. I have no idea how I made that my active. Whatever, I don't care. Okay, but that doesn't really help us. Can I make this a list? No, I cannot. It's like YouTube. The YouTube. This is a YouTube thing that they formatted it like YouTube, which is not helpful. It's Jesus Christ. Oh my God. So wait. Combat anomalies? Counters. Wait. Where's combat anomalies? They're an exploration. Right? Jesus. Sorry, guys. It's like what the hell? How bewildering! How utterly freaking bewildering! Wow. Okay, great you. What we got? Oh, we can resize it sideways. That's okay, great. Career path. Unclassified. Explorer. Okay, we can classify it. Okay, cool. Contribution manual. What the hell is manual? Damage capsuleers. Deliver. Destroy non-capsuleers. Mine materials. Wait, that was it? That was all we had? That doesn't seem... Wait. So deliver is industrialist. It's... But also mine materials is industrialist. Explorer, you don't have anything, just explorer. Wait, did they? So industrialist and combat. I guess enforcer would be destroy non-capsuleers. And then soldier of fortune would be... Okay, so they had one choice for enforcers, one choice for... one choice for soldier of fortune. Jesus. Could you just freaking call it mercenary? Could you freaking call it mercenary? Thank you. Whatever. Um, and then 2 for industrialist and none for explorer. So now they're adding more, which is great. Mine minerals. Elsewhere. What? What the hell? Wait, what? Type of ore. Dense feldspar? There we go. Alright. Solar system. Okay. Target value units. Industrial strike. So, test. Yeah, but what's the reward for it though? Can you target value? What name between 5? Okay. Testing. Is there a reward? Yeah, you had to. Right. So you can't, you'd have to do it by scratch every single time. Oh my god, that's hilarious. Oh, Jesus. And it didn't even give you the same, like if you, when you opened it, it wouldn't remember your choices and have the same thing. Yeah. Oh, jeez. Wow. Does he even tell you how long that project has been in operation? View admin details. When was it created? When did I create this? Created on... Okay. Track. What do you mean track? What does track mean? What does track even mean? Active, I guess, would be... Yeah, okay. So untrack. Okay, so my active. Okay. My god. It's just that when you open agency, it's got all these flashy stuff, right? And when you go here, it's got more icons. Okay, right? But this is absolutely devoid of any, like the only icons are here, these 4. But there's like nothing. It's almost as if they thought we'd be completely happy with... Where's the journal? Did they remove the journal? They did, didn't they? No, they couldn't have. Did they remove the journal? They did. Uh-oh. Oh, no, wait, I can still do it. Come on, nope. Damn it. Nope. Oh, crap. Okay. Okay, good. So you can get rid of that stupid thing by attaching it to something. But you used to be able to decouple that from journal and still have this and not be annoyed. Oh, there we go. Good. See? Yeah, you can still get rid of it. Okay, so it's no big loss. The journal was annoying. But yeah, it was like it looked like the wallet kind of stuff. So yeah, basically you've got a sexed up wallet for your opportunities. That is so bizarre. Like I don't get it. Like you have the agency, right? And then you have a half-assed opportunities window, which I mean, could you just like we thought about it? We're now going to give you the opportunity to resize this and have it scale, right? And then we'll add um, opportunities into here, like home run operations and your corporate projects. But you cannot find your corporate projects through here, right? I'm assuming. Like you could find it. Like, why don't they rename this soldier? Like, wouldn't they have a soldier of fortune thing in here? Or you got exploration, you got industrialist, you've got um, enforcer. Of course, enforcer would should obviously have both of these because I mean, and of course, wouldn't you have combat anomalies in the It's just like the mind-boggling stupidity of Eve is just like CCP. Like when you think, oh no no, you're being negative, it's like no no, I'm being realistic here. This is what we currently have. Let's not pretend that their bullshit is anything but delusion. They've always had this. They've always been this way. They're never going to change. Their corporate infrastructure is cast in stone, and it's not going to change. Don't pretend otherwise. Otherwise, you're just going to have these false hopes for the game. Just don't. Just enjoy the game for what you can get out of it for your intended playstyle, and just ignore the rest. You just never going to happen. But yeah, isn't that like just scratching the surface of being objective, of going, okay, well, let's open the agency and find corporate. Oh, you can't find corporate projects in the agency? Well, why not? You open this and you get filter by enforcer. Why can't these people go, let's rework the agency to be enforcer, explorer, industrialist, soldier fortune oriented, and allow it to be scaled, allow it to be like this just looks like a lazy coding experiment because they just don't want to deal with this, and they don't want to realize how screwed up their combat anomalies are in comparison to the larger picture, right? This is proof. Like, how much proof do you need to realize CCP hasn't a clue what they're doing? They're lazy, and their higher management is obsessed with the NFTs and first-person shooters and don't give a crap about what's going on in the game. And their dev teams are left with garbage, and they're trying to push out code in a format that doesn't force higher management to okay changes to stuff they really like, because they had a reason for this. They had an absolute reason for why this looks like this, and it was Pearl Abyss's in-game store. This looks like the in-game store. This does not. This looks like garbage. That it's like an afterthought, basically. CCP's leadership is focused on NFTs and first-person FPSs, and that's it. They don't care. And that window dressing you saw at FanFest, if you're paying attention, was their main focus. And this stuff, this is an afterthought. And they were like, hey, can we like rework? No. Can we? No. Can we? No. Can we? No. And you end up with this. That's how it works. If you're looking at the way it works, this is how it's going to be working, and it's not going to change. The fact they're improving the projects translates to we're fixing the utter catastrophe that is these projects that we should have done from the beginning. And it's going to be ham-fisted, and it's going to be this is what you get. It's just disgusting. It's like a journal, but with bigger boxes and no integration. Wow, that's more horrifying than I thought it was going to be. Yeah, good luck, guys. Wow. Just wow. Yeah, good luck at the Games Fest, guys. Good freaking luck. Interesting. This would be really cool. This is really cool. I like this. I'm assuming that they're only going to focus on Caldari militia, because, you know, it's Caldari Station, right? So that's cool. I like that little touch. It's not random. But what I don't like is, okay, there's the old stuff, I guess. Okay, good. Okay, good. All right. No, that's cool. That's good. Right. Oh, man. Jesus Christ. What the hell is this? It's cute they're having more recruitment videos. It's kind of neat. Did it cost ISK or something, or you just submit it? Jesus Christ. Oh man. I'm at a loss for words, honestly. Like originally I thought, well, I haven't given credit where credit is due, and I really need to focus and look at corporate opportunities, projects and stuff, because I've never tried really. And I've just imagined it to being an extension of the agency or the corporate, but nothing so devoid of utility, basically. I mean, they made it look utilitarian because it's pretty half-assed, but yeah, there's a difference between Spartan and utilitarian. I mean, Spartan as the dying ages of Sparta, when all the warriors were dead and only have left were slaves. Yeah, just the full unvarnished horror of just looking at what I've been ignoring, and that's why I ignored it, I guess, because I subconsciously I knew it was gonna totally effing suck, and the interface was gonna totally effing suck, and everything about it totally effing sucks. Yeah, I mean, I feel guilty at times for not paying attention to their big hoopla, but when you do, it's like, Jesus Christ, you gotta be kidding me. Like, nobody's gonna use this. Why would we use this? It makes no sense. It confuses people. Just, hey, we got a project on such and such, form up, join the standard fleet. That's good. There's no, like, think about it. What part of join standing fleet does this whole corporate projects encourage? Like, does it encourage join standing fleet? I mean, that's the biggest thing about running a corporation. It's like people are lazy. They don't want to join the standing fleet. They don't want to join comms. They don't want to do that. They just want to do their thing. And one more mission before I join the group thing, right? Oh, I got one more mission, or I just finish up mining, or I've got up my mining setup. I don't want to, or I want to train this instead of the what the corporation wants me to do. It's like the skill plans are interesting, they're useful, but at the same time, it's difficult to encourage people to train something when they've got a pet project of, oh, I want to spend like 3 months training mining drones or something like that, or something that they think it's going to help them, but at the end of the day isn't really going to help them at all. Because I mean, everybody is their own person, and they don't have perfect information about the skills, and what they're skilling to isn't really important right now. Helping your corporation out is, because it's not. The one thing I hated about a corporation when it wants, oh, you got to train into this, we need you to fly this doctrine, but it's an impossibly, like, ridiculous doctrine of billions of ISK and months of training time to get level 5 something something, and you got to fly a Tech 2 something something with Tech 2 something something and Tech 2 rigs and blah 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 blah, and it's like, that's stupid. But to be able to give a person, look, we need you. There's various comps. We've got the bling version. We've got the optimal version, and then we've got the low tech version. look at the skill plans attached to each. We need you to be able to do this within a month. Pick the skill plan that'll do that in less than a month. If the lowest isn't within a month, we've got an optional doctrine for you, like E-War. E-War's great. Like, I used to denigrate E-War, like frigates. Oh, I'm going to be dead in seconds, and it's going to be useless. I won't feel a contribution at all. Done right, frigate E-War is intelligent. It is really good to do. Unfortunately, in these days and ages of marauders, they can pick you off with pulse guns at 100 kilometers, no problem, which is just mental. But yeah, yeah, thanks CCP. But yeah, it's just, what can you do that's going to be a contribution? And whatever you do is going to be a contribution, but it's got to be an intelligent one. It's got to be well thought out, and it's got to be explained, other than, suicide griffins, because nobody wants to be cannon fodder. Nobody. Goon championed that. Oh, this even the smallest version. No, you just grist in the mill for Goon and other null-soap blobs. That's not the way to go about thinking about this game. Never think, don't unship, but you can't afford to lose. No, it's like most people, that's what they do. That in order to run missions, they've got to risk it for the biscuit, and then when they lose that ship to something random that they weren't expecting, they have to start all over again by mining to get the ISK to be able to purchase that ship they lost again. And of course, it probably horribly fitted. But yeah, that's the game. I mean, that's how EVE is played for a vast majority of players. It's nice when a corporation is helping you to further yourself, but at the same time, I mean, there's got to be a balance between what the player wants and what the corp wants, and there's got to be a balance there. I mean, you have to respect that. And some people can't put the time into the game that others, the hardcore, can. And does this corporate project help any of that? Like, think about it. Does it help any of that? No, it doesn't. It makes it more confusing. It makes it more soulless. Makes it more detached. Makes it to the point where you're like, oh, well, nothing the corp wants doing I'm interested in. I'm just gonna, like, what's the reward? What's does it track my contribution to it? What if I don't want to do that? What if I want to do something else? Is there, like, you'd have to put so much work into creating these projects, and you have to think up these projects for this, but it's like, what are you aiming for, right? Like, what, like just Jesus Christ, I mean, just right now, what they've got right now, it's like mining minerals. What about, like, what is the point? Why are you mining these minerals for? What, like, it's like, there's no easy way of going, in order to build this battleship, we need X amount of Veldspar, X amount of Jaspet, X amount of yada yada. Because we know that we can build this battleship by mining versus any other activity, like looting, and then reprocessing the loot will get you, like, megasite and stuff like that, right? That could help, but it's like, what percentage, like, we need to mine a whole bunch of Veldspar, because we're not going to get enough titanium out of reprocessing the loot from NPC Rex. How do you know that? Is there a way to know that? No, there's not a way to know that, unfortunately. Good luck. Then deliver item type. Okay, whatever. Yeah, I mean, what tools does a corporation have to figure out why they need to destroy non-capsuleers, right? I mean, why do you need to do this? How about reprocess loot? You know, how much reprocessing are you doing to get the materials, right? I mean, do they have reprocessing in there? How about salvaging? I mean, salvaging is useful, kind of, I guess, for rigs. Why doesn't it have salvage in there? Why doesn't it have use your data analyzer or your salvaging thing on relics, right? Relics and stuff like that. Why doesn't it have that? I mean, how does this further the corporation's aims? I mean, why are we a corporation, right? I mean, this doesn't say anything about why we are a corporation. It's like damaged capsuleers. How does that further your goal, right? Organization. That's kind of cool. Oh, cute. So yeah, you can totally say, hey, we're after these people. Let's damage these people. But it's like, it's kind of cool. I like that. But other than that, I mean, destroy non-capsuleers, solar system, optional, that's good. My materials, it's optional, that's good. Material type, that's kind of cool, actually. Type in name, but at the same time, it's like mine minerals. I'm just going to mine Bellspar and get the target. Does it mean, how about, can I mine ice, clear icicle? Clear. Okay, yeah, okay, mine, clear icicle, okay, cool. And I don't have to exactly be in the solar system, so just mine, okay. But it's like, if I do this and I create the project, mine materials, will it be the same as just looking up the mining ledger? No, it's going to track, okay, so I can only track moon mining ledger of my moons. But this will track, I guess, optional. Okay. So basically, so will I be able to track my corporate, what my corporation does? Mine. I mean, would I be able to look at it and go, we'll be able to look at my contribution, and can I check other people's contribution? Like how much, and you could put in like NPE. I mean, what I think I'll do, because I'll need to do it pretty soon, is kill some NPCs, blow up some forward operating bases, lol. Alright, create you. would be enforcer and destroy non-capsuleers. Target value is 1, 2, 3. 400 sites. I know, being facetious there. Tracking test to see if I can tracking test to see if I can track other court members who aren't tracking this personally. I'm assuming I'll be able to do that without needing, without needing to do anything, right? New project available, and okay, contributions, open it. So I'm not willing to contribute to it. It won't track that person? Track. Oh, cute. It puts it there. Well, that's neat. I like that. Okay, so your contribution, overall progress. Okay, so that's definitely something to look to. And it doesn't expire. That's kind of cool, hopefully. Does it expire at all? Can I open this? Can I open this? Hello? Okay, whatever. Opportunities for operating base. And it doesn't have a expiration, which is nice. Okay, cool. Alright. Fun stuff. No. That's a project for later. That would be nice to find out. I'm fearing that unless I contribute, or unless I track it personally, I won't be able to see who's contributing. That would be really, really dumb. But I'm hoping that I can track the corporate activities by just doing that. What would be really nice is that you could just open you can open a ledger, a corporate ledger, showing you without having to do all this stuff what's going on with your corporation. Like when it's like what are people been doing while I was gone, right? And you can just look at the ledger and be like, oh, your corporation's been up to this. Your group members have been up to this. They've been exploring. We can track exploration stuff. They've been mining. They've been running missions. Somebody got up to some combat in low sec. Who's your combat people? What kind of activity have they been doing this week? I mean, that's useful. That will be very welcome to be able to track that kind of thing and be able to, that person's like, you hire a whole bunch of people, and what are they interested in? What kind of group projects could you do that would encompass all that? Like, there's no real way to integrate explorers, industrialists, and miners, haulers and stuff like that, into like, why would explorer would be good to track down the signatures in system that you're mining at to make sure there's no wormholes. A way to encourage that in the tracking, that they're making a contribution. And yeah, basically eliminating all the anomalies and signatures in the system to keep prying eyes away, right? Enforcers could be like trying to get escorts for mining operations is why would you, like, if they're into combat, they'll go somewhere else, right? for that combat, not sit around escorting people when you're just doing nothing, waiting, um, because you're not really being rewarded for that behavior through. You're not really contributing unless something happens. But in Eve, how can you predict, like, how much escort do you need to protect yourself, right? I mean, what's basically going to happen in Losec is some Blops Proteus is going to sneak up and light a Sino, and there's overwhelming fire going to hit your group, your small group, right? So there's always going to be a bigger fish. So an escort would be great to scare away the small fry, but typically if you're know what the hell you're doing, you'll be able to deal with small fry using the ships you have on grid. I mean, it's useless being an escort for coveters and hulks when you're realizing, okay, these people are just greedy as F and they don't care, and they're going to whine at you for not protecting them, or they're not going to contribute and help you deal with the intruder. So you're just going to have to fight it on your own, and they don't give a crap about you, right? So that's the whole, like, there's no encouragement for that kind of combined arms enterprise, right? That's the point I'm trying to drive home here. It's like they have a system that is not that's not encouraging combined arms, right? And it's in a format that is dry, devoid of soul, and compartmentalized up the frickin' wazoo, and is hypocritical in the fact that it does not hew. I think it's HEW, hew, to what they've been claiming, the enforced industrial assault, this blah blah blah, that the new player experience shoves down your throat, and you get into the actual game and you realize that CCP doesn't even give a shit about it's hypocritical as crap. Like, that their comet anomalies are in exploration. That does, like, to a new customer. Yeah, remember these. They're like, when Hilmar made the apology letter, he did not go, "Dear customers, dear player base." He went, "Dear followers," or our followers. He is not interested in acknowledging you as anything but a cipher, because he's a dick. He always has been. They're not going to change, and Burger and Rat kiss his ass. And did you saw how aggressive they were in demanding applause? It was embarrassing. I felt embarrassed. I've lost my embarrassment for them, because they're just dicks. You just like, they're irrelevant to the way we play the game. And unfortunately, the way we play the game is hamstrung in how we play the game. But yeah, I mean, look at other games. What choices do we have for group activities in other sci-fi space MMOs? I don't believe, like, does Elite Dangerous have any of that? You think of the handful of alternatives you have, and there's really not much. I mean, No Man's Sky is starting to look really good. I mean, it is picking up players a lot. I'm not sure it's single player and multiplayer. I'm sure it's a bit like Elite Dangerous in that aspect. But yeah, Aborian. Yeah, I'm not sure about Aborian either, but it's like, yeah, I mean, a handful of, basically you're going to have to encourage your players manually to do this stuff, because the systems CCP puts in place are woefully inadequate. But yeah, this will help. Like, don't expect this to be a combined arms thing. It'll help you track things, which unfortunately you should have been able to do in the first place using some kind of ledger system. So it'll be cool. Just use the tools in the way, like I've said before in this video, and I'll leave it at this and stop the video, is that just take the tools you can, things you can make into tools to help you play the way you intended a sci-fi ship simulator, MMO, your playstyle. Infuse your playstyle with what you can use of the game, and by doing so, makes CCP, Hilmar, and Rat and Burger irrelevant. And every time they realize that, they come to that realization, they throw the toys out the pram in a big hissy fit temper tantrum. And you'll see it happen. They aggressively will change the game in order to upset the balance, in order for you to pay attention to them and treat them like they're relevant. Because they're literally not. They've never been relevant. They've never tried to be relevant because they don't give a crap about that stuff. All they care about is their trendy new IPs, and that's it. Just ignore them and play the game the way you intended, using whatever mechanics can help infuse that, and just let them have their tantrums, because they always will be irrelevant. And that's how you enjoy the game. I mean, you really have to in this MMO. So yeah, good luck.